her.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Oh, no. What is this? Okay. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining me today to do my speech. Oh, while that's playing, sorry. Don't need that. Let me restart. Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
As you can tell by my PowerPoint, today I'm going to be doing my speech on the pyramids of Egypt. First, let me tell you how the word pyramid came to get its meaning. It's from two Greek words called pyra. The first word is pyra, meaning fire, and then minos, meaning measures. And that's exactly what the pyramids are. They are large structures, one of the last ancient wonders of the world that is still standing, and one of my personal loves. I have done countless research on the pyramids. Probably 7 years of my life have been dedicated to the pyramids of Egypt. From watching different History Channel and Discovery Channel videos to doing countless essays and school projects on the pyramids. So, and I only get my sources from the most reputable and professional sources. So I always make sure I have the most credited sources. So today I will share with you where the pyramids got their names, who they were dedicated to, how they got there. How they got there is still a mystery today, but I'll share with you my beliefs from my personal research. Also, I'll be sharing with you where they're located and how the first pyramid was ever created, and then how they evolved throughout the decades and how they got their shape today. So first, let's start off with the first pyramid and how that was created. I'm going to show you a couple pictures and things first. That's the period of when they were created. And here's just a little brief timeline on, you can see which pyramids came into play on which time period. Here's the location of the first one. This is Memphis at Necropolis. And here's some more pictures. Let's just go through these. This just shows you the Nile and how they're lined up. The different pieces of architecture are lined up across the Nile. This is the Giza Plateau. These are the pyramids I'm going to be talking about later. And then this is actually a satellite view, which I thought was really cool. And then this is the first pyramid. Okay, this is called a step pyramid. You can tell kind of how it got its name from the steps that you can see built up to it. And this is how the very first pyramid was created. It was actually created by the only known real architect who have ever been recognized, and his name is Imhotep. And Imhotep was an architect and doctor, and he was very well liked in the community. He was very smart. He did a lot for Egypt. So he dedicated his very first pyramid, the step pyramid, to King Zoser, who was a king that did a lot for Egypt at that time, and he wanted to be known and he wanted to be remembered as a king of Egypt. So he had this pyramid created in his honor, and it's made of limestone. It has a height of 203 feet. So it's not as big as the other ones, but this just tells a little bit more about Imhotep. And here's another picture of it. Kind of have some construction. It's kind of falling apart, which it's over 2,000 years old, so I don't blame it. There's another picture. And now we're going to talk about the Giza Plateaus. The Giza Plateau has basically three pyramids, starting from the smallest to the largest. It has been said that these pyramids were created in the line of Orion's belt, which is a series of star clusters in the sky. And the pyramids were created, this is the craziest thing, according to the art of ancient Egypt, the pyramids were created before mathematics really came into play, before Pythagorean's theorem. So, and if you guys know what Pythagorean theorem is, it's the pyramid of the triangle theory. So they were created before any mathematics ever came into play or were recorded. So these pyramids were said to have been built by aliens, by extraterrestrials, people that they didn't know could have this knowledge of all this mathematics and things. But these people were actually very smart, and they were educated, and they had libraries and things like that. And I believe that these were created by the people, by slaves, by workers, by professional people of Egypt. And I believe that they were created based on different methods that have been researched today. In the book of the Great Pyramid of Egypt Revisited, the Giza Plateau's credit goes to the son of Sunfu, Khufu, and his successors of Ranku and Menkaure. The construction of all the great pyramids of the construction of the Giza pyramids are all created by different architects and things like that, and each pyramid has the one that they're dedicated to. Menkaure is the first smallest pyramid, and it is actually the one that you see down here, and it is the smallest of the three. It's 218 feet. It is made of limestone and granite. The next tallest is Khenfure, and Menkaure. This tells about Menkaure's. You can actually see here in the picture where they had to stop, and there was a period where they had to stop building it, and you could see that in the stone, how it's more blue at the bottom, and then that's where they changed the stone. There was something that went on where they could not complete it right away. This is Khenfure's. This is the second largest pyramid, and you guys all know the Sphinx. It's very famous. It's right in back of it, and it's actually an optical illusion if you look at it. It's so perfect, and if they were off by the smallest centimeter on the very bottom of the base, according to this book I read, they were off by just an inch on the base. The top would not be aligned perfectly, and it would fall over. So they had to be so precise in their measurements from the very beginning that if it was off by just a little bit, that the whole pyramid would be off by feet at the top, by different measures of feet. So it's very important that they had this straight. The last and largest pyramid in the Giza Plateau is Khufu. And Khufu is a very big pyramid. It's 480 feet tall, so it's huge. And the reason he had such a big pyramid made was Khufu was a very grueling and powerful pharaoh. He was known to have killed thousands of Egyptian slaves and to build his pyramid, and each stone in itself weighed 2 to 15 tons each. And not only were these stones so heavy, they were carried 400 miles up the Nile River. 400 miles by people, not by machines, by people. 15-ton stones, okay guys, made of granite, the hardest stone, one of the hardest stones in Egypt. And granite, I mean, I don't even know how they did that. It was estimated that the workers would have had to set a block every 2.5 minutes, says Aaron Paul, and why did the pharaohs build the pyramid? So every 2.5 minutes, they had to set a stone. From 400 miles, I don't know about you guys, but that makes me sweat here. And I think about that in the desert heat, so. Sorry. Okay. So now that you guys are all basically experts on the Egyptian pyramids, I wish you guys would go out there and kind of inform your peers and maybe your friends and family about the beautiful, look how beautiful that picture is. The Egyptian pyramids are a wonder of the world. They always will be. They are close to my heart. I hope one day after Cairo kind of settles down, I can go and visit and really get the full experience of Cairo and Egypt, and it's just beautiful. They're the most beautiful things, I think, in the world. And let me leave you with this final quote from thy book, Thy Kingdom Come. And it is, the testimony of God's stone witnessed by the prophet, the great pyramids in Egypt, seems in remarkable manner to teach the harmony in which the prophets will outline all of the plan of God in the past, present, and the future. Thank you so much, you guys.